Hello, everybody, and welcome back to part two of the MLB discussion. We had some technical difficulties there. Once again, that's just kind of synonymous with the Dorton and Doetkott debate podcast. We have some kind of technical difficulties at some point. Just seems like the theme that we've been on here. But anyways, so if you guys caught it, that's great. If not, Sam obviously had to leave. He had some other matters he had to attend to, but he did give us the rest of his playoff predictions. Minnesota beating Tampa Bay, and then Atlanta beating the Dodgers in 7. And then he has Minnesota beating Atlanta in 7 games, kind of going back to the 1991 World Series there. So that was that. I had to go to my other team. So I had Atlanta going up against St. Louis. And in that series, I had Atlanta winning. I just think, I have the Cy Young winner in Flaherty in St. Louis. But after that, I think Atlanta is going to be too much for him. So, Nick, we will go to your, I guess, now your World Series predictions. You have the Yankees and Oakland. Who do you have winning that one?
I have Oakland beating New York Yankees in 7 games. Now, remember, I have Oakland as my number 1, which means they have home field, which in baseball might not be as huge as, football, but I have Oakland winning in 7 to go to the World Series. So Oakland A's fans, get excited. You're going. And this is not because I watched Moneyball like 3 days ago. Plus, they didn't make it to the World Series that year anyways. But so I have Oakland, and then I have my NLCS. I have the Dodgers beating the Braves in 6 games.
Okay. My AL team, I have Houston going up against the Yankees. And for
3
me,
years in a row, I think that would be done.
I think so. Yep, I think so. I think, however, this is the year that the Yankees overcome it. I think the Yankees are going to win. And I'm going to go in 5 games. I think it could be a fairly quick series. And then on the National League side, I have Atlanta going up against LA Dodgers. And in that one, the sexy pick would be the Dodgers. I'm not going with them. I'm going with Atlanta.
As did Sam.
And, and I'm going to go in 6 there for that one. LA, they got Mookie Betts. They have a great offense. But at the end of the day, the pitching is going to win you ball games. And, they have Walker Buehler, who is your Cy Young Award winner, and I could see him winning it. Clayton Kershaw, is going to play well. I don't see them doing it. I don't. I think Atlanta is going to be they're that young team that's really going to, they're going to surprise some folks this year with really, truly how well they do play. And I have Atlanta going to the World Series.
So just first off, so you have Yankees and Braves?
I have Yankees and Braves, yeah.
And I have A's and Dodgers, but I mean, just if the Yankees and Dodgers, we each have them both in the championship series. If that ends up being the World Series, I mean, not that I would be happy with it, but just imagine that. I mean, Dodgers Yankees World Series, that would be big time. But to your point with the Braves, now I do have Dodgers beating them, but like I said, I had the Braves winning 100 games. I think this team is really, really good. And like a year or 2 from now, they could be even better. This team, I think Atlanta and LA are going to rule the NL for a while now. I mean, Acuna Jr., Albies, Max Fried, Soroka, Freeman. They just got Ozuna. I mean, that team is loaded, as is the Dodgers. That should be a really good series. At the end of the day, though, I just think the Dodgers have a little bit too much. And I don't know how much experience really matters, but the Dodgers obviously have more experience, so I'm going with them.
And who do you have? So you're going with LA to be your World Series winner over Oakland, you think?
Yes, I do. I have the Dodgers beating Oakland in 6 games. Okay. And I even went and picked a World Series MVP. And although I think Bellinger and Betts are much better, I have Justin Turner getting my World Series MVP.
I like that. Justin Turner
is like Mr. Dodger, and he's clutch. So
he's kind of a name that sometimes gets lost with the Dodgers with all the firepower that they have. So I like that one. Mm-hmm. So now I have the Yankees going up against the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta, again, they're that young team. They play with intensity. They play with fire. A lot of teams don't like playing against them because they don't like all the antics and stuff that they do. I don't care about any of that. I think Atlanta is a legit team, and I actually have them winning it all next year over the Yankees. And just to make it interesting, I'm going to say Braves in 7. And then my World Series MVP, I guess, since we're doing that. A lot of times those MVP are players that you don't expect to play
exactly
to have a ginormous role. And this is sometimes a name that gets lost in all that firepower. Dansby Swanson, a great player, but when you have Freddie Freeman, when you have Acuna, when you have Albies, Ozuna, when you have all that firepower, Swanson, I think, is a name that sometimes can kind of get pulled back a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. So I'm going to go Dansby Swanson. So I have Atlanta winning it at 7.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know why, but you're right. It's just the way the MVP is. Very rarely is the World Series MVP one of those, top 2 players on the team. Last year was a little bit of an exception, although Scherzer's probably thought of as better than Strasburg. But Strasburg was MVP, but obviously Strasburg's a stud. And if it wasn't Strasburg, he was going to be their best hitter in Soto. But, previous years, way back in the day, Jermaine Dye with the White Sox, Edgar Renteria got it back in the day. Now I'm blanking on him, but oftentimes it's not one of those studs. And yeah, that's why I went with Turner. But I just want to touch on the Yankees because you have them in the World Series. I almost had Tampa Bay beating the Yankees in their own division, but I ended up picking the Yankees winning the division. However, the Yankees are too good in the playoffs, I think, to not make it to at least the ALCS. Come playoff time, you got Garrett Cole as your ace, so you're probably getting at least 2 games out of him in a 5-game series, at least 3 in a 7-game series. And with all that firepower and offense, I highly doubt they don't make at least the ALCS. I'm just really high on Oakland this year. I think that starting staff is really going to be good, and that's why I picked them in the World Series. But at the end of the day, the Dodgers, I could easily see them losing to the Braves. I mean, they lost to the Nationals last year. They've been the best team in the NL 4 years in a row now, and they haven't won a World Series. But I think this is finally the year they're going to get it done.
Right. That's a good point. For sure. Nonetheless, so that is all of our baseball talk. Wanted to apologize. Obviously, it's going to be in 2 parts. Again, with the technology and everything, that's just kind of how it rolled. But nonetheless, it was a great episode. Wanted to thank Sam Steer for coming on. A great baseball mind. Definitely is welcome back anytime that he wants to come back. So that was a great conversation to have with him. He had some really under the radar predictions, but I like it. I like them. I like those out there picks. So Sam, you're not here, but thank you for coming on.
And this whole COVID stuff obviously is just a sucky situation and all, but I hope, and obviously, our safety went on first, but I really hope it's not like June when we first get starting. I hope it's like a month and a half, 2 months out, because I really, really want baseball, man. Oh, I'm excited. And I got so many tickets bought already. I won't even be able to use them. I really want baseball to get here, especially considering the Twins should have a good team again. So we'll see.
I'm with you.
By the way, I have a ticket for Colorado at Minnesota, so want to come?
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I got a Rockies ticket, so
I'll keep that in mind.
All right.
Sweet. But yeah, so that's all the stuff that we have to talk about. Is there anything that you wanted to bring up anymore? Obviously, you kind of mentioned some stuff already, just sports in general, or you think you're good?
No. Just one thing. The NCAA tournament, you think it's going to get played? I know they canceled it, right? Everybody's postponing it. They just straight up canceled it. Sounds like there's some coaches that want to get something together. And I just personally think, I hope some way, somehow they can salvage it out, because I just feel bad for the Daytons of the world who, they've had some good teams, but this is they had a very legitimate shot at winning it all, who, by the way, Dayton was going to be my pick to win it all this year. And now they don't even get a chance. It's just, I don't know. What's your whole take on March Madness? It just sucks.
It really does. Especially, you've mentioned it before. The month of February for sports in general just is not a great time. You have the Super Bowl and, NHL, NBA. You're not really getting to the heat of the season. So
Exactly.
March is big time because you got March Madness. Baseball starts up. NHL, NBA playoffs are getting a lot closer. So those matchups are getting a lot hotter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will get played. I just think it's tough to keep pushing it back. Then it's fighting for other viewership too. I think people would watch it nonetheless. It's just not the same. So unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to skip it this year. I don't want to, but I think that's just the case.
Yeah, it just sucks. And obviously, we're both good buddies with Jordan. I mean, he just loves March Madness, as does everybody. And it's just, we were talking about it the other day. It just sucks. But I mean, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, March is just awesome for sports. I think the only month it would be worse for this whole, cancellation of everything happened would be October. I mean, October ain't no March Madness, but you got baseball playoffs, hockey playoffs, start of football season, college and NFL. You got start of all them fall sports for college. That would be horrible. But March ain't much better.
So. Right. But anyways, so thank you guys for listening to hopefully part 1 and part 2. Definitely join us if you have any topics you'd like to talk about. It's tough to bring up sports topics right now because nothing's going on. So if you want to talk about anything, definitely let us know. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, give us a follow. Mine is at Lucas_Dorton, capital L, capital D. If you want to find Nick, it's at Doetkott or Doetkott, whatever's easier for you. And then the Twitter page for the podcast is at DND_podcast, capital D's, capital P for that. So, folks, thank you for listening. But as for Nick Doetkott, Sam Steer,
hold on just a second. I'm going to screw up here, Dorton. I hope it's fine with him, but Sam Steer's Twitter is at Sam Steer, SAMSTIER. So he did a great job of the show. I'm glad he joined us, and if you want to follow him as well, so
give him a follow too. Well, as for the three of us, until next week, we are out.